No, it's fine.
Well, the
or me sideways?
Yeah. We're live. Hey, hold on. I'm going to get this all set up. Hey, this is going to take me. Okay. It says that it's locked. So. Is that working? Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. We're live here on Facebook.
Now showing your house. But why is it doing that? All right. Let's see. Does that show all the... Hey guys, if you're watching, sorry, we're trying to figure this out. I usually go live on Instagram, so this is all new to me. All right.
So we're good. Yeah, we're live here, so it shows we're live.
Yeah, I just don't see where they could comment. Okay, so this is where they can.
Okay, perfect.
And then here. All right, well, we're just going to get started. We're excited to be here.
Yeah.
Who's going to start us out?
So we are kicking off one of the biggest shopping weeks of the year. So we're going to introduce part of our Black Friday sale. As part of this holiday season too, it's also a season of parties and get-togethers with families and friends, and we understand how important it is to both look and feel your best. So we're hoping that by the end of this live, you will feel a little more confident in purchasing a product to help you feel like your best self.
Yeah, so I'll introduce myself. I'm Brenna. I run the UniWigs human hair account on Instagram. So if you ever comment or send a DM, it's me that you're talking to. So it's kind of nice to know, the face that you're talking to. I share obviously all about our products, tips and tricks on how to, put toppers on or wigs on and blend them, pick the right ones for you. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can go over there and make sure you're following that account if you're not, because we do a lot of fun things on there.
There's a lot of great stuff on there. My name's Bethany. I work for the marketing team and I help with customer service. So anytime you email or chat or starting tomorrow, call in, I'll be able to help all of you with those things. So we're happy to be here with you today and hope that we'll be able to help you feel your best.
Yeah, we're super excited that you guys are here, watching. This takes a lot of preparation to make sure that we are in the same city, because we don't live in the same city.
Right. Same state now.
Yeah,
it used to be different countries, so we're happy to be in the same state.
Yeah, but yeah, prep all the the products. So we're super glad you're here. We do want to tell you that our Black Friday sales for UniWigs actually start tomorrow and they go to the end of the month. But because you're here, we're offering a special discount for all of you. You can use WIG, W-I-G 25 for 25% off all of our human hair wigs. And you can also use Topper 28 to receive 28% off of all of our toppers. So TOPPER 28, that'll give you 28% off.
And those are back here. If you can zoom in and see them, we've noted them in case you forget.
Yeah, the other thing that we're offering is for the first 2 people to order, anything from our live, like during the live, you'll receive a Dyson comb. It comes with a paddle brush, and then it comes with an attachment for a wide tooth comb. So a nice little gift for the first 2 people to order. So if you're thinking about doing it, now is the time. Bethany's going to explain the difference between toppers and wigs now.
Okay, perfect. So depending on what your need is, we wanted to kind of explain a little bit about the difference to help you get started on this process. So a hair topper is a little bit like a hair extension, but for the top of your head. So if you are experiencing thinning at the part, thinning in the front, or hair loss at all, a topper is something that you can actually position on top of your head to kind of cover that thinning or baldness, but also still highlight your bio hair underneath. A wig is something that goes over your bio hair altogether, whether you are entirely bald or whether if your hair is just thinning, or even if you just want to switch it up a little bit, have a different color, a different style, a wig will meet your needs in that way. So a topper is kind of like a hair extension, but for the top of your head, a wig covers all of your bio hair entirely.
Yeah, and toppers are great too to add volume. So lots of people will just have thinness in the crown of their head, and you can use those to just kind of give yourself more volume and just fill in that part a little bit. But like she said about wigs, they're great for, complete hair loss or changing up your look. So the hardest part, I would say, about our products is the toppers, especially when it comes to trying to figure out what kind of topper you would like.
Right, because you want it to match your bio hair as best as possible. And so when you're ordering something, it can be really hard to figure out which one is going to best suit you. So we're here today to kind of help you figure out how to pick that product.
Yeah, so there's a few different things that you really need to, figure out what's going on in your head before you contact us, so we can kind of help you along in the process. The first is figuring out, how much surface area on the top of your head is is needing to be covered by a topper, how much thinning is going on, so we can pick the right cap size. The other thing is how long your bio hair is, how long you want the topper to be. You typically don't want it longer than your hair because it's actually supposed to be blended into your bio hair.
One of the really cool things about toppers though is that you can take them to your stylist and have them color or trim or style them however you'd like so that it matches your bio hair. Awesome. Keep in mind when it comes out of the box and you put it on, it might not feel or look like the perfect fit right off the bat, but with some styling and possibly some dyeing, you can get it to look just like your bio hair.
And that's why toppers are a little bit more challenging. Is you, with a human hair wig, you can pull it out of the box, plop it on your head, and go, and it looks amazing. Yeah. Toppers just take a little bit more work. So it's completely normal for you to pull it out of the box and think, this does not
and
fit.
Be so intimidated by it, so worried about trying to make it look natural. But with a little practice, a little experience, a little bit of YouTube watching, we've got some awesome partners that are on social media sharing tips and tricks to making it look natural and beautiful. And so there is so much help out there to get it looking and feeling right. So don't be afraid right off the bat. Do a little bit of work, and I think you'll love the end result.
Yeah, and we get that it's a super stressful thing to go through. Hair loss affects your everyday life, and when your confidence is down, it's really hard. So we get that, like, learning all of these products and all of the different, you know, like, ins and outs of them is complicated. So that's why we're here to help you. Like, you can ask Bethany, you can ask me, and it can be a super simple, like, process.
Yeah, and we have a whole team of people. I don't know if you know, but UniWigs is an international company. So we have a team in Asia, we have a team here in the United States, and we have a team in Europe as well. And so there are people working all over the place to make sure that there are products that work for all of our different customers. We have a team of stylists, so when you submit your pictures of your hair or your hair loss, we get together, we say, okay, which color do you think is going to match her best? All right, which texture? We'll have her send us a picture of her texture, and we'll have our stylist do their best to match her exact texture. And so just know that we're here, and we have a huge team backing us, making sure that we're able to get a topper that matches you and helps you to feel comfortable and confident. It's important.
Totally. So the next thing you need to consider is obviously your color. Bethany kind of touched on this a little bit. So the color of your hair is important, especially if you have just small hair loss and you're getting a small cap, then you definitely need to make sure that it's matching your hair. The best thing though, like Bethany already said, is you can take this to your stylist to be cut and colored. So you shouldn't need to worry too much about matching it perfectly. But obviously we want to do our best. So first you would send pictures of, first you can look at just the colors on our website and try to match them that way. If you're still struggling, you can send pictures to customer service of your hair. We can help you with that. If we're still struggling after that, we can send you a color wheel, and that's where you can actually look at all of the different colors of the hair, and you can hold it up to your hair and pick the perfect match. So the next thing that can be really complicated for people are the different caps. And obviously when Bethany and I started out with the company, we went through that process as well, trying to figure out why this type of cap and why this one and what's best for this. So we get it, it's really complicated.
Yeah. Hey, our top video, it looks like it's sideways on
I know, but why?
When it's being broadcast. So we're going to take a quick second here to see if we can't get this back to the right orientation. So give us just a second to see if we can't work this out.
Here, you talk about...
All right, perfect. So we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the different kinds of caps. You'll find that when you get on the website and you're looking at our products, you're going to see so many things that maybe you don't even fully understand what they mean. And so we want to kind of help break that down for you. Even at the end when you go to order, it still might feel a little bit confusing. But again, there's lots of reviews on YouTube. We have lots of influencers who are constantly helping people decide. So I'm going to start by talking a little bit about a silk top base. Now, a silk top base is one that we recommend for people who have a little bit more experience. So this isn't something we would recommend if this is your first topper or wig, but I'm going to explain what it is anyways. So a silk top base is constructed of a layer of lace and pure silk fabric on the top front of the cap. Now the silk base is the most realistic scalp look that the market has to date. A silk base will perfectly hide the knots, which is where the hair is tied into the base. and you won't need to worry about any other techniques to make the knots invisible or less visible because the knots are hidden under the silk base. It gives the appearance of a scalp that looks like your own, and silk bases don't need any camouflage because, again, the knots are hidden. Now, one of the cons of the silk base is because there are multiple layers to it, it tends to be a tiny bit bulkier and it can be kind of hard to get it to sit flat on your scalp. And another kind of con to it is that during the hot season, during the summer, they can be a little bit warm, again, because there are a couple of layers to them.
Okay, so the next two are monotop and lace top. Monotop is actually 2 layers where the part is, and so it's similar in that it can be a little more bulky, it can be a little hotter. But because the monotop has those 2 layers, again, those knots are almost like you cannot even detect them. So it's a great way to not have to stress about, your part or anything. The lace front is amazing though because it is just so easy to get it to match perfectly with your hairline. You can, blend those so well that people can hardly tell that there's anything there. Lace tops are also great because they are super breathable.
Yeah,
they
very comfortable.
Are very fragile though, so you have to make sure you're taking care of your lace top really well or it will not last as long as you want it to or as long as it can. They can last a long time if you're taking care of them. Monotops are great because they are super durable, so you can wear them.
This is our most universal, I would say. The monotop is going to be the sturdiest and the most natural considering other factors.
Especially when it comes to toppers, I would say wigs are definitely the lace front right now is just everyone is loving the lace front.
We'll show you what that looks like on some of our toppers and wigs.
It does take a little bit more work with the lace front. The monotop, a lot of times you can just plop that on and go.
Yeah.
So you went over those ones?
Yep, I'm going to talk about the skin top now. A skin top is a clear, thin silicone which provides a very natural appearance. Another cool thing about the skin tops is that the base size can actually be trimmed to best match the shape and size of your hair loss. It's made of a clear silicone and it feels very comfortable while wearing it. Also, you're never going to see the hair return like on some of the other types of hair toppers, and that's because of a special hair integration process which uses a special technique called lift injection. The hair is actually injected directly into the silicone base, which creates it looks exactly like real hair growth. So it's easily concealed and it offers a supernatural look. And we'll talk a little bit more about each of those as we're introducing these toppers and these wigs because we have some examples of all of them.
Yeah, so to start off, we are going to go over toppers.
Yeah,
because they
perfect.
are the hardest, for sure.
Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to start here with our Claire. Now, we're going to bring this beautiful mannequin head in here to show you, and I'll go ahead and rotate her around. Now, the Claire is one of our best sellers, and that's for many reasons, one of which is we have so many variations and specifications on it that there will be one that fits most people's needs. To start, the Claire is, you can always search these names on our website to pull them up exactly, but all of these toppers we're going to talk to you about today are made with 100% Remy human hair. This specific one has a monotop lace front. So if you look here, I'm going to pull it up here to this one. This right here is what we're referencing when we're talking about the lace front. Now this lace front is, you trim this once you make sure that it's a good fit and it works for you. You're going to cut this to match your hairline perfectly. Now keep in mind, just real quick from a customer service perspective, once you've altered these in any ways, they're no longer returnable or exchangeable. So make sure that before you do any altering of it, that the product is going to work for you so that if it doesn't, we can get that exchange done before anything is done to it. Okay, so this specific topper is available with or without bangs. We have 3 different variations of it. So we have the standard Claire, which is what you're looking at right here. This one obviously is without bangs, and the cap size measures 5.5 by 5.5. Now you can always see what the cap looks like. We always post pictures of it in our listings. And you can see here that we have our mono top here, we have our lace front, and then the rest of this, other than our 5.5 by 5.5 square hand wefted portion, or I'm sorry, hand
Yeah, this is the weft.
Hand tied. This
Oh,
is
this
machine wefted. Yes, this is hand
Hand
tied
tied.
here at the part. This is the machine wefted part.
Mhm.
So this is the 5.5 by 5.5. It comes in so many different color options. And I think it's also important to note that if it's not available on the website in the color that you want, we can customize anything for you. This specific Claire comes in 12 inches, 14 inches, 16 inches, 18 inches, and 20 inches. And again, that's customizable as well. We can make it a little bit longer if that's if you want something a little bit longer to match your bio hair. The Claire is also available in 2 densities, so it can be purchased in either 120% density or 130% density. Now the density is just going to be the fullness. There's going to be more hair in 130% density, so it's really going to be a preference. When people ask me, well, which is better? And I'll tell them, it's not a better, it's a preference. So if your natural bio hair is full, you're going to want a fuller topper to kind of help maintain that appearance. If you naturally have thinner hair like I do, you're going to want to go with a lower density because it's going to be more of a seamless fit.
Yeah, and if you do order to like a large density and you do have thin hair, it's gonna feel like you're wearing a wig or a topper, and you want to make sure that you can, blend those.
Right,
really
and the
nicely.
whole idea with these toppers is to create a natural look and feel. We want you to feel comfortable and confident. Okay, so in addition to the Claire, we also have what's called a Claire upgrade. And on a Claire upgrade, it has a slightly larger base. So it's going to be 6 inches by 6 inches as opposed to the 5.5 by 5.5. And then on top of that, we also offer a Claire upgrade plus. Again, the base size, which is where the hand-tied area is, so this area is going to be a little bit bigger. Instead of being the 5.5 that this one is, it's going to be 6 inches. I'm sorry, 6.5 by 6.5 inches. In addition, it also you don't have just these clips to help secure it to your bio hair, but you have a halo wire. And the halo wire is a silicone strap that you use to kind of help just further secure the topper to your head. Those halo wires are phenomenal for people who have either really sensitive bio hair, a sensitive scalp, or even you just feel like you want a little bit more security on helping it feel good on your hair. Now these, like we mentioned earlier, with these toppers, with any of our human hair, and even some of the synthetic, you can have them cut and styled to match your bio hair. So even though when you get it out of the box, it's going to probably be straight and not going to be cut, you can take it to your stylist to create that really natural look that you're going for. This topper is great for people who want to just add some volume on top of their head. It is one of our smaller toppers, so it's not the right piece for people who have significant thinning or significant hair loss on the top of their head. But it's really great for people in that beginning stage, or again, people who just want to have a little bit more fullness. Anything you want to add about the Claire?
No, I think you did great covering it all. Like she said, she's our #1 seller. And there are all these different options with her. So you don't have to worry about color for one. You can get all the colors, and you can get all these different cap sizes. So she's a great first topper.
Yep, it is. And just for reference sake, this is color 201R. So if you're looking at this and you're like, oh my gosh, that's the perfect color for me, it's 201R. Also for reference, this particular topper is 12 inches and it's 120% density. So this is going to be the thinner density, which as you can see here, I am not great at keeping these on the
Well, they're not supposed to be on mannequins.
It isn't crazy full. It's meant to supplement bio hair, and so that's why it's kind of got that appearance. But it's beautiful. This one is curled, and so again, coming out of the box, it's going to be straight, but this is an easy, achievable look with a curling iron. So that's our Claire in a nutshell. She's beautiful, she's versatile, and it works really well for people in the beginning stages of hair loss or thinning, or anyone who just wants to kind of create some more volume in their hair.
One last thing I do want to talk about, and this just goes with any lace front. If you're new to wigs or to toppers, you might get this and think, well, of course this is going to be seen when I put this on my head.
Yeah.
This is meant to be cut.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Okay, yeah, so it comes off, you cut it, you trim it to match, and the other thing did you talk about? So not cutting too much?
No, you should highlight that. I did talk about how once it's cut, you can't exchange it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to get all the tech stuff
It's
set
great.
up,
No, this is great.
Okay, so the other thing, so she talked about how you can trim as much as you want. But the other thing is, don't go crazy with cutting it off, because
you'll regret it if you cut too far.
Lace is fragile, and there will be fraying that happens. That's normal. That's going to happen with any lace front wig that you buy. It doesn't matter what company you buy it from. Fraying will happen eventually over time. So if you don't cut too much off, Once it does start to fray, you can just barely take your scissors and cut that fraying off, and then you don't have any fraying anymore. But obviously, if you cut all the way to the hairline, there's no more lace for you to trim. So that's just a good tip for when you get your first wig or your first topper, to just not, don't cut too much right
Anything
off the
with the lace front that applies to.
Yeah.
And then and you'll find on our YouTube, a lot of people will use a drugstore hair gel used to kind of help secure that lace line. It's called Got to Be.
Got to be glue.
Yeah, Got to Be glue, and it's water soluble, so you can easily wash it off, clean it off the topper when you take it off. But it's a really great way to help further secure that lace line to your natural hairline.
Another thing about the lace front too, another tip that I was given by someone who wears wigs all the time, is to use scissors that are actually craft scissors that have that zigzag cut. And so you don't have that harsh straight line, and it blends just a little bit easier. So that's another tip.
Perfect.
Try.
Awesome, great. Okay, great. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to our Melanie topper. Now this Melanie topper, her SKU is PM 1808 if you wanna look on the website. And this, just like the Claire that we talked about, is also a mono top. Now the thing that's different about the Melanie is that she has a significantly bigger base. So if you look inside here, you can see that she is 8.5 by 9 inches, and she has this larger hand-tied area. Now one of the great things about these bigger hand-tied areas is that you can part the hair wherever you would like within this hand-tied area. As we explained on some of our other toppers, there's a couple of them that have a much smaller place to part. That's one of the really awesome things about this Melanie, is that you can part her wherever you would like. Now this is the Melanie 8.5 by 9 inch base. She's also the mono top that we talked about. As always, she's 100% Remy human hair. This one is fun because it's available in either straight, or you can purchase it with permanent waves. Which, awesome, how many of us spend time curling our hair every day? You can actually, essentially it comes permed. I don't think permed is the right word, but it comes with those permanent waves. And you can buy the Melanie with or without bangs. Now I'm just gonna throw this out here. If you are concerned about the hairline, about it looking obvious or apparent, or having a hard time getting it to match, get a topper with bangs. The bangs is such an easy way to conceal that line and help you feel more comfortable and confident. It might be a hard adjustment if you've never had bangs, but it's certainly a way to help you transition into the process of wearing toppers or wigs, because again, you don't have to see that hairline at all. And so this one is available with or without bangs, as was the Claire. This one is also available in many colors. You can see them on the website, and just like the Claire as well, you can have her custom made in any color, which is awesome. She comes stock in 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20 inches. Now this one is 130% density, and you can probably tell because it looks a bit thicker and fuller than that Claire that we shared. And so this density is a little bit thicker. This one can take a couple of weeks for us to process and get shipped out to you. You'll notice on the website, as you're looking at the product, it will tell you the processing time. Make sure to keep that in mind when you're placing your order, so that you're not ordering something you need immediately if it's not ready to ship. If you do need something quickly, reach out to us in customer service and we'll help you find a product that's ready quickly, that we can get to you quickly.
And don't forget that processing time does not include shipping.
Right.
So that's like someone's out there hand making your wig.
Yep.
That's the processing time.
Yep.
And so you need to add shipping on.
Yep.
So that 4 to 5 weeks or whatever it says.
Yeah, and we have shipping. Half of our orders ship from an LA warehouse, half of them ship from an Asian warehouse, and so shipping can sometimes take a week or two. But again, if you're on a time crunch, reach out to us. We'll let you know, hey, here's what we could ship that could get to you in 10 days. This one's going to take a little bit longer, but we'd be happy to help you figure out what we can get to you quickly. Now, because this is a mono top, it's breathable, it's comfortable, and it gives a really natural look. Again, it's 8.5 by 9, so it has that extra large base, which is really great if you are in the later stages of hair loss or significant thinning. Also, it's awesome in that if you're concerned about matching your bio hair, if you buy a bigger cap size, it's going to better conceal your natural bio hair, and so you don't have to worry so much about getting the perfect fit. They do tend to be a little bit heavier because they're bigger, but it's a really great option if you're looking for, a significant addition to what you have.
Yeah, one of our partners that we work with, she's one of our influencers, she almost never matches her toppers to her bio hair. And it's actually fun to see her photos because she kind of changes it up based on what she likes. And that's her biggest suggestion is just get a bigger cap size and you don't have to worry so much about matching. Obviously you wouldn't want to get this exact color if you have my color of hair and try and do that, because that you should just be wearing a wig. But if you're just, you know, trying to kind of match your brown color of hair and you get a big cap size, it will not even be noticeable because it'll look like highlights or lowlights throughout your hair. So yeah, a large cap is just a great option for if you are stressing about color.
The match. Yep, it's great at that. Awesome. Okay, so that's our Melanie. Again, she's got a free part, meaning that anywhere within this hand-tied area here, you can part it so it feels and looks natural to you. She's got the bigger cap, so if you have significant hair loss or thinning, she's great at covering that area. Also, if you're just looking for fullness and volume, this is your girl. All right, so can I hand you that, Melanie?
Yes.
Perfect. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to the Courtney. And the Courtney, her item number is PM 2008. And this is 624R color. So keep that in mind. If this color looks like the color for you, it's 624R. Now the 624 is the color, and the R simply means that she's rooted. So anything that has the R after it means that the roots are going to be a little bit darker for that rooted look. So she's 624R, and as you can see, she's beautiful. And
she's one of our newest colors.
Yeah.
We've been asked so many times, you know, do we have an ashy blonde topper?
Yep.
And we just got her this summer, and she is beautiful.
Yeah, she is. She's great. Okay, great. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the Courtney now. Now, she is a mono top, but the difference here is that the mono top is only in the part line, and the rest of it is machine wefted. Now, the benefit to that is the cost. Anything that is machine wefted in a bigger area is going to be more affordable and more cost effective. The con would be that there's a smaller area where you can part her, because you can only part her to look natural within that mono top area. So we have the mono part is 1.5 inches wide by 4 inches deep. So again, that means that you could have up to a 4-inch part, and then the back is going to sweep back. She, just like all of our other human hair wigs, is made with 100% Remy human hair. This particular wig, because she has a set part and it's not free, you can't change it, she can be purchased in a left part, a middle part, or a right part. She's also available with or without bangs, which again, if you're new to this, get the bangs. You won't regret it. Even if it feels a little uncomfortable on your forehead at first, you're going to feel more confident because you're not going to worry about your hairline showing.
Mm-hmm. Even just like, you don't have to do the full-on
blunt bangs.
You can get the
curtain bangs.
Yeah. So you don't have to like completely change your look to try to make this work. She's just trying to like say that yes, having that hair in the front to kind of cover that front right here, that if you're stressed about that, can help blend it. But I've put these on many times, and they are like, especially this mono top here, they look so like realistic and good. And a lot of times when you wear a topper, you would actually, we don't have any that match our hair perfectly, so I don't think it would be like...
I think this is pretty close to my hair, don't you think?
It is pretty close.
Pretty
it's
close.
Not your length.
Yeah, it's not my length, and so instead of doing the topper a disservice...
Yeah. So lots of people, so depending on your hair loss, if you have hair loss all the way to the front of your head, then obviously you're going to place it at your natural hairline. But if you don't have hair loss until back here, you would actually place the topper here, and then you clip it in, and then you kind of comb your hair into this hair, and it looks like so natural, and you can't really find the line.
Should we try it?
No, yeah, you can put it on me.
No, you put it on me.
Okay. All right. So
All
I'm
right.
going to show you.
We're going to show you, yes.
It's much longer than her hair, and it
Yep.
doesn't match perfectly.
But it'll give you an idea, and keep in mind, this is going to be quick, and usually you're going to have a process down. You're going to spend some time figuring out how to make it look natural for you. So keep in mind, if it doesn't look perfectly natural on me, it's because we're doing it quickly. While she's setting it up, I am going to tell you a little bit more about it. So this has a 7-inch by 8-inch base. Now with that base, keep in mind that the part is still only within the 1.5 by 4-inch mono top. So keep that in mind, but also know that the base size that will cover your hair, that will cover any of the loss or the balding, is 7 inches by 8 inches. She's available in 12 inches, 14 inches, 16 inches, and 18 inches. The density on this one, look at my curly hair on this side. Let me see if I can tuck it and make it feel a little
Well, you want to, so obviously, again, so she doesn't have her hair in ringlets like this is.
Right.
So it's not going to match perfectly. But she wants to tuck it in because she wants to hide it. But really, you want to curl them the same way and then comb your natural hair into those curls.
Yep.
So they're like
A really natural look.
Right now, it's a different curl. So obviously, you're going to see it.
And a different part, because I have a middle part, and this is not currently parted exactly in the middle.
Yeah, well, it's just angled right.
Yeah.
See the way that I didn't clip that. So look down.
Yeah.
So again, but as long as if she had this blended right, it's the wrong color. So that's why we're like hesitant to put it on.
Yeah.
Because we don't want you to think that you can't find the right one for you.
Or that it's not going to look natural. It will. And look, you can even, if you want to conceal it.
This is
I'm
like
a big
great,
fan. Yep.
You put that like where you're kind of hooking. And we follow a lot of people that wear toppers, and obviously we work with a lot of influencers that wear our toppers. And a lot of them love to wear headbands.
Yep.
Because
just something else. For one thing, it helps make it feel a little bit more secure, and it also can kind of just break up the look so that you're not looking at a really obvious. You can see how my hair is a little bit curled, but not the same curls as the topper. It kind of conceals it. Yeah,
it's fun. Bethany wears a headband like every day.
I love headbands. I love them. So, okay, again, this is our Courtney 7-inch by 8-inch. Why?
You want to
know? You can take it out. 7-inch by 8-inch base size. Lots of coverage and volume. Again, the difference here is that it's not a free part, and so you're going to need to purchase the part that works for you because you can't change it. But for cost, it's going to be cost effective because that hand tie part is a little bit smaller. So beautiful. Again, this is for somebody who's in the mid-range of hair loss and needs a little extra coverage. This is our Courtney, and again, she is 624R, and this one is the 16-inch length, and she is beautiful. All right. Thanks, Courtney. All right, we are going to move over here to our Aura, and she is our #1 bestseller, I believe, right? The Aura. All right. So, a couple things about her. Let's see if we can tell you what color. So this one is going to be, the G1B. She's one of our
super black.
Yep. And this is 18 inches, and all of the Auras come in 110% density. So this is one that's going to look a little bit more natural for people who don't have really thick hair. So 110% density in G1B black. Now, this is a 7.5-inch by 7.5-inch base. So the hand tied area. And what we're looking at here, this is our skin base. This is the one we talked about that's made with a thin, clear silicone. And this creates a really natural looking part. Yeah, like natural. You can see, you can kind of see. It's clear here, and so it matches the color of your scalp.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter where your hair is underneath it, it's going to look this color.
Yeah, it's great. This can be purchased in a left part. We have previously done a middle part, but most of what you can buy on our website right now is going to be the left part. This one comes with different brown colors. People have said, well, why can't I buy it in blonde? And in order to achieve this silicone here, it's really hard to get light colors. So that's why for the most part, when you're looking at the Aura, you're only going to find dark colors. She's available in 12 inches, 14 inches, and 18 inches. And there can be a bit of a production period for her. So again, make sure that when you're looking at placing your order, you're looking at what the availability is so we can make sure you get what you need at the right time. Now, keep in mind too, when you're looking at her on the website, the stock photo, the lady who purchased it and sent us those photos had the topper trimmed to match her hair, and she created those layers. So she's not going to come with those layers or those curls, but they can easily be cut in by any of your stylists. And again, we would recommend you take her to a stylist. When you're making this kind of investment, we want to make sure that it's done right.
Yeah, we do also have an option on our website where you can ask for it to be cut.
Yes. Yes, as a customer service representative, I'll tell you also though, once you order it with the cut service, it becomes a final sale, which is why, especially if this is going to be your first topper, we want you to purchase something that is exchangeable in case it doesn't work.
And honestly, I've gone in and I have a topper that has bangs, and I've taken it into just my normal hairstyle. She's never cut a topper or a wig. She had no problem cutting it and trimming it to match my hair. All we did was cut my hair the length that I wanted it, clipped that bad boy on, and then we just trimmed it up to match. It was super simple, and she was at first a little nervous, like, I don't know what to do.
I'm not sure. Right.
But it's human hair. It's exactly like our hair. So
it is.
It really is not stressful. I wouldn't even like call and say, do you cut toppers? Just go into where you normally get. Obviously, a good stylist, please don't take it to like dollar cuts or something. But yeah, they'll be able to do it. It works just like it's human hair. So
yeah, and they're and when you tell them that, say these are made with real human hair, they can withstand the heat and the color. We do always suggest though, if you're unsure on color and you're going to have to buy something that's similar, buy something a little bit lighter than what you need, because it's easier to darken the hair than it is to lighten it. As you guys probably know, lightening chemicals tend to be harder on hair anyways. And so we want to encourage you to purchase something a little bit lighter and have it darkened, as opposed to buying darker and trying to lighten. So I hope that makes sense. But we want to make sure that what you're buying, you're going to be able to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Yeah. So again, this is our aura. She has a 7.5 by 7.5 inch base, and then she has that skin part. So again, this is one that the part comes stationary. It's not a free part, but it's a beautiful part. So if the skin base is what you're looking for, this is your girl. All right, I think that covers everything about her. Again, she's available in multiple dark colors, 110% density, large base, so she provides ample coverage and volume. All right.
So I do see a question that's asking if we're going to show any toppers with bangs. Unfortunately, today we don't have any that have bangs, but I do have some with me. I mean, not with me here, but where I live. So if you'll go over to the UniWigs Human Hair website or Instagram and just send me a DM, I can send you videos of one. You can also reach Bethany at customer service, and they can help you with that too. So don't ever feel like you can't see what you want to see.
And I'm going to say it again. Get on our YouTube channel. If you're not subscribing, subscribe now. If you're on our YouTube channel, you can scroll all the way to the right, and there will be a magnifying glass, and you can type in toppers with bangs. And you'll be able to see some reviews and some videos showing those toppers with bangs, which I'm going to say it again. If this is your first topper, consider bangs, because it's going to help you feel more comfortable in that transition line. All right, we are going to move on to our last topper of the evening, and this is the Savannah. Now, I wish that our camera angle was bigger down here on YouTube, because she is so beautiful.
She feels like a wig to me, because she's got
so dense.
Such a big base too, and she's dense. So this is obviously for
significant hair loss if you're looking to cover, you know, the entire top portion of your head. Or, like we talked about earlier, if you're trying to really conceal if you want to conceal your natural hair color.
She's going to cover it.
Yep, she'll cover it. She'll cover it. Okay, so this is our Savannah. She is item number PS 2240. And she is a 9-inch by 9-inch base. So she is one of our bigger bases, and you can see that here. As you can see here, it's a silk top, and this silk area is 4.5 by 4.5 inches, which means that she can be parted anywhere within that 4.5 inch period. You're not going to be able to do a super deep part, but you can absolutely go a little bit left, a little bit right. She also, unlike our other toppers, has a front comb for extra stability and security. So you can see here, this is not something that comes standard on all of our toppers. However, it can be customized. If this comb will help you feel more secure, and you have significant enough hair right here to clip it into, this comb is a great addition to any of the toppers. Like our other ones, she's 100% Remy human hair. This front comb makes it easy to lay flat, and it also releases the pressure on the scalp instead of just using the clips. Now you'll see that she also does have clips, but if you don't have hair in that area to clip it to, or if those clips hurt, they don't have to be clipped in. We do recommend it just for that security, but if you can't, you can't. So this clip will do the job. Also, we can sew a halo wire into any of our toppers as well, which if you don't have hair to clip the topper to, that halo wire is awesome at helping you feel more comfortable.
And also show them the hairline on her, especially because she has this front comb. You can honestly comb her into the very front, and her hairline is so natural. I do a lot of the videos and photos for our products, and
so you can
I plopped her on, and she completely covered my hair, and the hairline looked flawless. So
and this hair comes forward on the top of the cap, which helps a lot.
So you will not see that cap.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, so again, 9 by 9. She comes again in different brown colors. She comes in 14 inches and 16 inches. This is the 16 inch, and the density is 130%, as you can tell, I'm sure, because she is beautiful and thick. So she adds gorgeous volume and coverage to the top and the crown to blend with your own hair for a very natural look. You can create these beautiful loose curls to your shoulders. And Brenda curled this one with a normal curling iron. And with these curls, they should last a few days. Just like your bio hair, you can use product to help elongate the time that those curls stay.
But I can guarantee they'll last longer than
your bio hair for sure, for sure. All right, it features a silk top for your own natural scalp look, and she again can be cut in face framing layers. No, I'm sorry, she comes pre-cut in those face framing layers. So you'll see here that she already has a little bit of a trim here. I wish I could better.
I know, it's so hard to show these online,
right?
But
yeah,
we're doing our best.
Yep, so she comes with those face framing layers to kind of frame your face and just have a nice, beautiful, natural look. All right, just a quick note, this one is made with 100% Burmese hair, which means that it might turn a little bit wavy after washing. If you're looking to wear it perfectly straight, just keep in mind you might have to straighten it after you wash it. Now that's a whole nother conversation about the care of these products, but on our YouTube channel you'll find all kinds of tutorials and explanations on how to care for these products, one of which is washing them because they get dirty. So this is, again, Burmese hair. But other than that, this is the Savannah. And as you can see, she's full and beautiful, and she will provide ample coverage for people experiencing significant hair loss or thinning. So I'm going to I'll put her over here since you're going to have your hands full. So those are our toppers that we've brought to you today. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat. Feel free to email us, reach out to Brenda on Instagram. And we're going to turn the time over to Brenda to talk about some of our favorite wigs.
Yeah, so before we move on, I do want to say, remember that we are offering a discount code. So for all of those tuning into the live tonight, you get a discount code that will give you 25% off of human hair wigs if you use wig 25.
Yep.
And then you can use topper 28 and get 28% off all the toppers. Our Black Friday sale doesn't officially start till tomorrow, so you are getting early access. You can get, all the wigs you want before anyone can even try and get those awesome deals. The other thing that we're offering is for the first 2 people to place an order during the live, they are getting a Dyson paddle brush, and then it comes with a comb attachment as well. So
just a styling set.
Yeah. So first 2 people to order gets that. So hurry and get it, because who doesn't love free stuff?
Right.
Okay,
I'll
so
give them to you.
yeah, these are all of our wigs that we're showing. They were our background, but now we're going to start taking them off. So the first one we're going to talk about is Hannah. Hannah, the SKU number is HL2202 if you want to look her up on the website. Hannah is beautiful. Obviously, she's Remy human hair. She's this beautiful, like, golden blonde color. I love her.
We can tell her. Yeah, she is color 01R.
Yep, so she does not come with any combs. Do take note that if you want combs, they can be added. She doesn't, if you just order her straight off the website, she doesn't come with any combs or clips. But she does obviously come with an adjustable strap. You can use these little loops to make her smaller or bigger. She's super comfortable because she doesn't come with any of those combs and clips. She is a lace front and a mono top. So this lace has already been trimmed, just so you know. So the lace would come in and be a couple inches longer, and then she has this mono top. She has that extremely natural hairline because she has that mono top, because you can't see any of her knots. A lot of times knots, especially with blondes, with rooted blondes, it's hard to hide those knots, but the mono top gives you that, hiding of those roots. She is 16 inches long, and then this one is 16 inches long, and then she is also, her cap size is 22 inches. Most of our cap sizes will be 22 inches.
Yep, but they're slightly adjustable with this adjuster in the back, so that if you have a slightly smaller head, you can always just adjust these and make her fit a little bit tighter.
Yeah, and depending on what you're doing when you're wearing a wig too, if you're not going to be doing anything too active and it's not too windy, you don't have to cinch these on so tight.
Yep.
Like, it shouldn't be giving you a headache, so please don't do that to yourself. And then obviously with the lace front, you can use that got-to-be glue to
help secure it. Yep. Now these, I don't know if you guys know, but all of these are stylist dyed. So these are not mass produced. This coloring is done by a stylist to create this beautiful look. Now the name of this is Almond Frost. It's a dark beige blonde with ash blonde highlights and a darker root. As always, it's made with that 100% high grade Remy human hair.
Yeah, and the fun thing about our stylist colors is we actually send wigs to real stylists. We send them pictures of kind of what we're wanting. I work with the colorists a lot, and they help us custom color it, and then we can recreate them. And it's just this fun way of getting a really like salon inspired color without, you know, a lot of times when people think of wigs, they think of, you know, super short, fake color. Does this look fake to you?
I wish my real hair was this beautiful, to be honest.
No.
Nothing fake about it.
So she is 130% density, and she can actually be processed in 2 business days, which is exciting. So obviously some of those numbers can change depending on the time of year and what's going on. So if you, like Bethany's already stated, if you're needing it quick, just send a quick email and we can give you those answers as to when it will actually show up at your door.
Yeah, perfect. All right, I'm going to go ahead and...
So this is Hannah.
All right.
I'm going to take her over here.
Perfect.
All right, so I love this one.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Except for I do just look like my sisters when I put it on.
Yeah, because her sisters have dark hair. She's the only blondie.
Yeah, so this is our Bonnie human hair wig. I love her brown color, but I love like the golden highlights throughout. They're not a lot.
It is beautiful. What is the color
it's just
exactly?
kind of subtle. So this
Yeah,
color
let's clarify for you. She is 223R.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that R means that it's rooted, so it has the especially dark roots.
Yeah. And with our wigs, like these colors, some of our wigs you can change the color, but this is the color that Bonnie will come in. It's a little different with toppers.
Yeah.
We have more color options in those, and you can, you know, customize those a little bit better. But Bonnie, it just comes in this color. She also doesn't have any combs or clips. Again, those can be added.
Yep.
She also is the lace top. It's so much harder to show the cap of the, the wigs.
Yep.
So she is a lace front monotop. So you can see, and this monotop is huge. It is, I don't even have the dimensions on here. They don't have them on there. So, but yeah, you can see that you can, so remember you can free part all the way in here.
Yep.
And then she has that lace front, so it's super realistic when she lays on your head.
Yep.
Maybe we should put one of these on. Maybe I'll put her on. Okay, so this is Bonnie. This is fun because obviously I can completely change my look. When you wear a wig, normally you don't want your hair coming out. So
you're going to tie it back and
hook
keep
it
back.
up.
Yep.
Or you're going to put a wig cap on, a wig grip if you want it. That's all preference. So look, I did nothing to put her on.
Didn't tighten it or anything, and she already looks incredibly natural.
Yeah, so you're going to get it on the right hairline, figure it out.
I wonder if you'd have more fun with the brown, or if it's
I know,
blondes
do
have more
blondes
fun.
have more fun?
I don't know.
I think they do, right?
Yeah,
You want
I
to?
mean, we think so. We
So,
have
yeah.
fun.
You would obviously use the wig cap so you can't see my hair, but
And
it's
again,
so fun.
the color on these is more going to be a matter of what you want your hair to look like, because your bio hair is going to be put away entirely. So with these, go with what your heart desires. If you decide you used to be a brunette but you want to be a blonde, get a blonde. Or if this color speaks to you, it doesn't matter what your current bio hair looks like, because this will be covered your bio hair will be covered entirely.
yes, that's very true. I will say though, if you are experiencing hair loss from alopecia or breast cancer and you are losing hair rapidly, like go with, for your first wig, the best thing you can do is find a wig that matches your bio hair, how it used to look. Because it's really hard. It's an emotional time for you, and we get that. So you don't want to be all of a sudden walking out in platinum blonde if you're a brunette, because you're struggling confidence-wise, trying to figure out your new life, and have people
Comment on it, yeah.
or not recognizing you. It can be really hard. So
Yeah.
for your first wig, it's really a great option to just find the one that is closest to your density, closest to your color, closest to your length. As you start to get used to wearing wigs, then branch out, and you can have so much fun with it. And I work with lots of people who have done that. They started out, they never went out without a wig. They only used the wig that looked just like they've always looked.
Almost identical to their normal bio hair.
And then a year down the road, 2 years down the road,
They're
now they're
embracing
wearing
it.
hot pink, you know?
They're
So
embracing the change and the flexibility of it. So, you know, anytime that we're going through something hard, I would say, you know, do things to make yourself feel better. And if that means going with your bio hair color, great. If it means changing it up and feeling something new and spicy, Do it. We're here to help. We'll help you
Yeah.
make that decision. So that's the Bonnie.
Yeah, so she's 16 inches in length. Her cap size is 22 inches again, and she's 130% density. There is quite a bit of a processing time on her as well. All of these parts are hand tied. The cool thing too is I've actually been to the factory. I have seen the women hand tying these wigs, and it's the most incredible thing to
It's
watch.
amazing. I think we probably have it on our YouTube, do we?
Yeah, you can go to our YouTube and see the video I created.
Every single piece of this in the hand-tied area is done literally piece by piece, which is why it creates that kind of natural fall, because it's just hand-tied. It's so beautiful.
And these women, they seriously hand tie these with love. They're just the sweetest ladies. They're very happy,
passionate about what they
doing
do.
it.
Yeah, they love doing it.
The cool thing is too is they're actually from. We took our factory to a smaller town in the southern part of China, and they're great at embroidery. So they sit and embroider all day long, and then we're like, hey, they can hand tie a wig and they can be paid for it and make good money, and they love that they have this skill already that now they can be paid for, and so it's been a great thing for them.
Yep, mutually beneficial. It's awesome. All right, here we have the Jennifer.
All right, so she is SKU LS 2210. She is a lace front. Obviously, she's Remy human hair. She is 16 inches in length.
And it's color 225R. So 225R is the color.
She does come with combs sewn in, so you can see here there's one here, one in the back, and then one on this side. And then again, our wigs will all have the adjustable strap. And then she comes with this lace front. So she is not a mono top, she's completely lace top.
Which makes it breathable.
She's super light, she's breathable, flexible. I think that's why these ones go on. So like how I could just plop her on and she look natural is because it just shapes to my head. There's not multiple layers trying to lift. And so it's really easy to make them look really natural. So that's why a lot of people are gravitating towards lace. And it's just a simple way to achieve a realistic look. Her cap size is 22 inches again, and she's 130% density.
These waves are from a curling iron, so if you were to purchase this exact wig and pull it out of the box, it's not going to look like this. 5 minutes with a curling iron, maybe 15. She can be beautifully curled like this as well.
Super easy. I've curled her with a curling iron. I've curled her with a straightener, and she's really fun. I love the picture of her on our website is by one of our influencers, and she has her straight and she looks so
beautiful.
pretty.
Yeah, it's really just a matter of preference.
She also has these curtain bangs.
Yes, so this is what we were referencing when we say curtain bangs. Where's the part?
So there's the part. So you can see if Bethany pulls that side and I pull these are the...
Yep. So when it sits against your face, it's going to just kind of be a little side swept bang.
She kind of has like that 70s vibe, which
the shag. Beautiful.
Yeah. Again, so when I received her for product photos, she was parted all the way to the side, and I wanted her parted to the middle. So all I did is I took this spray. This is just aloe vera spray. Use natural products on your human hair wigs. I sprayed her a tiny bit, took a comb, pulled her over, let her dry, and this is what she looks like. So it's super easy to change the part.
And again, on our YouTube channel, various tutorial videos to show you exactly how to do it, because it can be intimidating. So we have made videos to kind of help you through that process so that you're not scared to try.
Yeah, and try not to worry too much, especially when you're dealing with human hair. Like when you pull it out of the box, you're like, oh my gosh, she's all bent, or obviously that's gonna happen with shipping. She's sitting in a bag and she's getting smashed a little. It's human hair just like yours. It gets smashed when you sleep, right?
Yep.
You get up, you fix it, and it's the exact same with these wigs.
Yep.
So our next one is Pandora.
Beautiful. And the Pandora on the website also shows her with a straight hair, and the blunt is beautiful. It's beautiful.
So cute.
So this is the Pandora, and she is color 205.
Yep, and Pandora is a lace front mono top. So again, she has that mono top. Again, free parting anywhere in here. So you'll be able to do your right, your middle, your left, no problem. You can even, pull it back and get that really trendy little bun on top, because you can pull her back in here. Yeah,
headband, you can have the...
There's all these different ways to style when you have this much room to work with, because she'll look really natural. She doesn't come with any combs or clips. She does have the felt on the ears, on the ear tabs there, so she's extremely comfortable.
Very comfortable, so it doesn't rub.
Adjustable strap again. I love her length. This is the length that I love on me. I don't know why I have mine so long right now.
Yeah, so this is a classic bob style is what they call this, because she's going to have that cute kind of straight edge.
And for reference, she's 12 inches, so this is what the 12-inch looks like.
Yep. 130% density, which you can see with that beautiful fullness.
Yep, and her cap size again is 22 inches.
Yep.
She does have a processing time, a little bit of time there. So again, if you're wanting her quickly, send Bethany a message. She'll give you an updated timeline there. Yeah, she's beautiful. I love her colors. She has, so a lot of times when you see on our color chart, it'll say brown. There are multiple browns in here.
Yes.
So many.
Beautiful.
Because you don't want your wig to look like a wig that you
Again,
ordered
she
off
was
Amazon.
dyed by a stylist, and so
Yeah.
just as if you were to go into your stylist and she's going to put multiple foils with different tones and colors.
Look at that shine.
Yeah, Pandora is one of my favorites.
I
She's
love her so
beautiful.
much.
Now we see a lot of you are asking about wigs and toppers with bangs. We didn't bring any of those with us today, but it sounds like we're probably going to need to do a video about those because like me, I mean, the bangs are where it's at if this is you're learning to transition to wearing a topper or a wig.
Yeah, and again, bangs can be added to any of our wigs.
We should have said that. They can be cut into any of them, whether it's by our factory or by your personal stylist.
Like you can
Curtain
get her
bangs,
style
even
all the
blunt
way.
bangs. So keep that in mind too. If you see something that you love but it doesn't have bangs, we can certainly talk to you about how you can create that product with bangs.
I think bangs are super. I think bangs. The reason why we don't have a lot, why I don't have a lot of them, is because not everyone wants bangs.
Right.
And you can't. I can't.
You
grow
can't
it back
undo
out.
it. Right. You can't
So I
undo
don't have
bangs.
any. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That was the Pandora, and this last wig we're going to talk to you about today is the Emotion, which is one of mine. Brenna and I both love
I
this
love
lady.
Emotion,
She is beautiful.
Okay, so
maybe because we're both so emotional.
It's probably. So her SKU is at LS2204 if you want to see her on the website. Again, her name is Emotion. She's a lace front, no monotop, so just a lace front. And it's super wide. Her lace front goes ear to ear, so you'll be able to half do her and you will have no problems keeping her looking natural. She comes with 3 combs in the cap, and then she has an adjustable strap as well. I love her roots. She's very, very
I'm just
trendy.
pulling it up to be able to tell you guys what color she is.
I think I can't remember the number, but it's Venice Blonde.
Venice Blonde, that's what it was. Okay, so this is the Venice Blonde.
So I'm gonna put her on just so I
So
think she's
anytime you order the Emotion, it's going to come in one color because it's a wig, so there aren't going to be those variations in stock like there are for the toppers. So anybody who orders the Emotion is going to get this color combination, and look at those.
I can't, it's all backwards, so I'm trying to do this on the
Right.
video.
Okay. You know, I think that looks
Okay.
great.
So look, just plopped her right on.
She matches your bio hair.
I know she
Remarkably
I think that's
well.
why I like her, is because it's not like, who is that?
Yeah, I don't even recognize myself.
And I love her thickness. So again, she's 130% density. That's what all these human hair wigs are.
12 inches is this length. So if you sit up straight, you can see the 12 inches on Brenna.
It's about
It's just,
collarbone.
I was just going to say below the shoulder.
When she's curled, she's like right at collarbone.
Yep. So these curls are not permanent, meaning
No.
when you buy her, she's going to come straight. But again, with a little bit of styling, you can achieve this curled look
But
as well.
she's so cute straight. There's actually
Yeah.
one of our influencers that has shared videos. You can go to, again, our Instagram, UniWigs Human Hair, uniwigs.humanhair, and you can see videos and pictures of her, and she wears it straight, and it's like this very cute. It's
beautiful.
she's a little shorter in the back. She's got a little A-line, not a crazy
Not dramatic,
A-line,
yep, just enough to kind of shape it.
but she's so beautiful.
Yep, and so she comes in a 22-inch cap size, which is also adjustable, and the density is 130%. So she's going to have that natural fullness to her.
And she is so breathable. Like, this is your summer girl.
This is your summer girl in many ways.
Yep, color, the way she's gonna feel on your scalp. She's not heavy. She's so light. Like when I sent Bethany this, and that was the first thing she said. She's so light.
Yeah.
And she's so thick though. Like she's got.
It's beautiful.
But it's not overly thick. And so yeah, if you're wondering about 130% density, this is what it looks like.
Yep.
And you saw it on me. It did not look wiggy. I
Nope.
didn't have too much hair going on, so
Yeah.
130%.
Yep.
It's great.
And so the Venice Blonde is described as a warm, ashy light blonde and strawberry blonde. They're blended for a salon-inspired color.
Yeah, we have noticed that inside she looks a little more strawberry.
Yep, you can see that those strawberry
Mhm.
tones.
But when she's outside, she really takes that warm
Ashy
tone.
blonde,
Mhm.
yeah, so she is beautiful. So this is our Emotion, and it's product number LS2204.
Okay, so I think we are running out of time. I don't know if it's gonna cut us off.
We don't know
So
either.
we're gonna see. But again, you get early access to Black Friday by watching this live stream. We're super grateful that you were here.
Yeah, we
and-
hope you learned a little. We hope that if nothing else, we've encouraged you to take the plunge, trust the process, know that there's going to be support both in the staff at UniWigs and also all of our influence across our social media platforms. This path that you're walking is new to you,
It's so hard.
but it's not new as a
us,
society.
yeah.
And so there are going to be people who have been there who can help you navigate these new hard things. And we hope that we've answered some of your questions. We hope that we have kind of reduced some of your fears. And as always, as long as you're not buying a clearance product, these are returnable or exchangeable within 30 days as long as they're unaltered, which means if the first product you order isn't quite right, reach out to us, tell us what did and didn't work, and we'll help you find the product that is right for you.
And we're not lying about that. That's not like something we're hiding. We put a card in our products. When you get it, you'll be able to see right on our card our return policy. So you have 30 days. Don't stress about it. Wear it, put it on, walk around the house, see how you feel, decide if you need to take it back or exchange it or however you need to make you feel more comfortable.
We want it to be something that you put on because it makes you feel better, not because it makes you feel stressed.
Yeah. It shouldn't stress you out. And if it is stressing you out, please reach out.
Let us help you figure out how to make it more comfortable.
We're real people and we can help you with all
there's
of
a
your
huge
questions.
team behind us. Our goal is to help you feel confident, comfortable, and back to your old normal self.
Before we sign off, don't forget about our discount code. It's WIG25 for 25% off all human hair wigs, and then Topper28 to receive 28%.
And these
off
are
of
better than
toppers.
our Black Friday sales. These numbers are going to give you a better discount.
Yeah, you can get 25% off some of our human hair wigs the rest of Black Friday, but not all of them. So if you're eyeing a specific one, do use this code. This code is only active for 24 hours.
24 hours, yep.
So don't forget that. Also, first 2 people to order will get this Dyson
They've
comb.
already happened. I think we've already hit that, so they're gone.
Sorry guys, but
you
thank
can
you.
reach us at support@uniwigs.com. Also, last thing, UniWigs stands for unique wigs. So if you're wondering, that's why we're UniWigs. And we've got lots of unique products to help each of you. We hope that you have a wonderful holiday week and holiday season.
Yep, happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy
guys.
Thanksgiving. Good
Okay,
luck.
thanks,
Yes,
bye.
bye-bye.
Sign out of that one.
All right, yep, I got this one.
I don't know how to sign out of this one. Bye guys.